Hello! Today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite art pieces that I've made this year. So this is it. I think it's 2 feet by 2 feet, and it's made completely of faux fur and googly eyes. And there's a canvas behind it. But the reason I wanted to talk about this piece, which I love, is that I wanted to say that art really doesn't need to be made of fine art materials. You can be an artist without ever touching a paintbrush. And this for me very much showcases my fun artistic side, and just I don't know, it's something I've always had on my wall since I finished it, and I look at it every day and it gives me a lot of inspiration. So the way you make one of these is actually relatively easy. So as I said, it's just a square canvas, and the first thing I did is before I ever did this, I sketched out, I couldn't find the sketch, just a very small square. And in the square, I designed these kind of weird squiggly shapes, and I colored them in, making sure that no two shapes next to each other were the same color. And so based on that sketch, I went, and when I got the canvas, it was just a white canvas, and I sketched the same shapes. So I draw this outline here, and then the one next to it, and I just kind of fill it in. Until it looked kind of like a jigsaw puzzle, but with these weirder, more amorphous, less, right-angled shapes. So the next thing I did was I got tracing paper. By that I mean I didn't have tracing paper at the time, so I had to figure out how to use normal printer paper and then cut it into these weird shapes, and it was an awful process, but you should save yourself the trouble and get tracing paper. And then you just trace the shape, cut it out, and then I got these 4 shades of faux fur from Joann's. I just got maybe a quarter yard each, and as my roommates will tell you, this was all over our apartment for months, all the little remnants. But what I did is I would lay the faux fur flat, fur side down, and so the back was just flat material, and then you flip the tracing paper over so that it's reversed. Trace that again, cut out the faux fur. I use a Sharpie to mark out the designs. And then by that point I had all of these different shapes, and after that it's super easy. People ask me all the time how I made this, and it's literally one of the easiest pieces of art I've made. No offense. But basically all I did is I would go piece by piece. I took a hot glue gun that I also got at Michael's or Joann's, and I just literally glued each piece on, making sure that I got the weird edges. You can see there's some weird spots where I didn't quite get it in, but you just should really I was just doing this on the floor of my apartment, super late at night, so I didn't have great visibility, but it came together pretty well. So once you have all the pieces glued together, you take your googly eyes. There's a bunch of different shapes and sizes, so these are obviously smaller than the ones up here, and you just put them on, and I love this, and a lot of my friends seem to get a kick out of it too, so it's good to know just if you have a weird idea, plan it out, figure out how to do it. I thought about this the day before I did it, and I just went and bought the materials, and it took, maybe a few hours to do it. But now I look at it every day and I'm super happy, and my friends love it. So that's this piece. If you look pretty closely, the fur is going in different directions, and it's a ton of fun. So I'm pretty happy with it. If you have any questions on how to make something like it, let me know in the comments. And yeah, thanks for watching.